Alright, so hello again guys. I am back with another video and we're gonna do less gunsmithing and less turning wrenches on this video, a little bit more talking. This is a little bit outside my comfort zone because I'm better at filming myself, doing the work. But it's never a bad idea to brush up on your history. I want to talk about some of the history of the M4 platform or the AR platform. Basically, a subject that people will mention is the feed ramps in the AR platform, right? So over time, the military, they were making improvements to, pretty much fix the guns from malfunctioning and keeping our soldiers alive. So back then, the feed ramps were only on the barrel extension, not in the receiver. Next thing I want to show you over there is the buffers. There weren't always weights in our buffers. Like if you take a buffer and you shake it around, you'll hear those tungsten carbide weights shaking around in there. Those weren't always there. So let's talk about those feed ramps first, right? I chose this rifle because the receiver's brown and the barrel's black. You can kind of see it a little better. Now, if you look in there, you got the receiver here, and then you have the barrel extension there. But they all work together to create that feed ramp. Now, if you take a look at this, I haven't assembled this yet, but this LR308 build also has that. If you look really close here. Kind of hard because it's black, but you see them there. And you see feed ramps on the barrel extension as well. When you're putting the barrel in, if you line that lug up with the notch in the receiver, they'll line up perfectly. Next thing is the buffers, right? So you shake this around, right? Got those tungsten weights in there. Before buffers had weights in them, there was an issue. Your buffer and your bolt carrier kind of sit like this together, and your buffer is held onto a spring on this end, going to like your buffer tube. You shoot it, it's going to go all the way back, and it's going to come all the way forward. And then when this locks into the barrel extension, back in the day, it would hit so hard that it would bounce back. And then while it's bouncing back, the hammer would strike the firing pin. But the only problem is that firing pin comes out of the bolt face, but it's already like bouncing off of the barrel, causing like a light primer strike or no strike at all. And then you get a misfire and it's a malfunction. But the weights are what solved that. So basically, we'll do that cycle again. As this flies back, the inertia is going to cause those weights to stick in the back of the buffer as it's flying forward. It's going to lock forward, hit the barrel extension really hard, and at that moment, that fraction of a second where it wants to bounce back, those weights will fly forward and prevent it from bouncing back, keeping the bolt face engaged with the head of the, chambered cartridge, and ensuring reliability of the firing pin, so it could just pop through and do what it's got to do. The next thing I wanted to talk about was my preferred cartridge, between the AR platforms that there are. That's a tricky one. I feel like I don't really have a favorite because I have a favorite for different applications. This 300 Blackout I have here is my home defense gun. And I shoot the Hornady AMAX bullets out of it. I reload my own ammo. But yeah, the AMAX bullets are subsonics. They're 220 grain with a ballistic tip. So they're not going super fast, and they're going to pretty much expand the second they hit anything. Visual difference of the two. You got your 300 Blackout there, and then you got your 5.56 right there. Basically, 300 Blackout is just a neck down 5.56. It's shaved down, less case capacity, bigger bullet. So the history behind that is actually kind of cool. This isn't an AR-15 fact, but it's like a ammunition fact, I guess. The 300 Blackout cartridge, right? I think it was like in the early 2000s, maybe like 2003, 2004. The concept was that they wanted an AR or the M4 platform shooting a bigger caliber bullet, something quieter, and out of, I want to say it was an 8-inch barrel. They wanted to run really, really, really short ARs and be super stealthy. And then basically, that's how the 300 Blackout came to be. So yeah, that's really all I got for you on this video. Light history lesson, I guess you could say. I always mention, just stay strapped, stay safe, learn how to protect yourself, learn how to protect your family, and that's really, really comes down to. This world is getting pretty wild right now, and a lot of people don't realize it. So yeah, do your research, do your training. Peace.